Good people, happy Friday. It's been a minute. I thought I'd take a little bit of time, survey the landscape since the Super Bowl ended, and you know, take in some news, some of the rumors and stuff like that before I hit you guys with a new video. So, what's happened since the last time we spoke? We got JJ Watt. He signed with Arizona. I can honestly tell you I didn't see that coming. But I'm I'm also not very moved by it. A lot of people seem to like it, but if you can tell, like some of the energy from that signing kind of died down. I don't hear too many people talking about it now, right? A lot of it has to do with I'm not sure it really moves the needle for Arizona because they're looking at the possibility of losing quite a few players, Hassan Reddick, Patrick Peterson, on defense. It is intriguing with Chandler Jones if Chandler Jones comes back and he plays like his regular self, what he would provide with J.J. Watt on the interior. That 1-2 punch could be intriguing, but if they're back in basically if they lose what they had for the most part, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think I wouldn't have given him the money. I've been thinking JJ Watt's kind of been under decline for some time. He's still a good player. It's just that people forget JJ Watt. People thought of JJ Watt what the way let me repeat that because the what and the what confused me. So I'm sure it confused you. What JJ Watt did, people thought of him in the same vein that they think of Aaron Donald. So that's ultimately what I was getting at. So at one point, JJ Watt had the same hype that Aaron Donald's got now. So he's not there anymore. He's still a good defensive player. I think he can even get you double digit sacks in the right scenario. But if that secondary loses Patrick Peterson, and I even think Patrick Peterson is on the decline as well, and the secondary already wasn't like too impressive. I'm not sure if that was the best move or the best use of their money for the Arizona Cardinals. But we still got the draft, we still got free agency. A lot can happen between now and the start of the season, so it's not a finished product. That's just my initial thoughts on JJ Watt. As you can see, I got my Dallas hat on. I want to talk to my Dallas Cowboy fans because I want to get a sense of how you guys are feeling. And even if you're a Dallas Cowboy hater, let me know what you think. If you're a debater in general, and I just want to hear ideas on what you guys think of the Cowboys at the moment. I like the fact that they're moving back to a 4-3. They hired Dan Quinn, which was originally the defensive coordinator for the Seahawks. So they'll be installing a scheme that team's actually relatively familiar with. You got to remember Chris Richard was here, helping out with the defense as well. So these are concepts that this defense is going to be familiar with, but we do have some holes that we're going to feel like the secondary has been a problem for quite some time. Trevon Diggs, we hope he takes a step, but we could be losing Cheeto Awuzie on the other side. And so we're kind of praying that Patrick Surtain falls to the Cowboys at 10. Trevon Moehrig, another safety, is a possibility there if we miss out on Surtain. So as long as they fix the secondary, I think we'll be okay. I'll be intrigued to see, what the finished product is going to be. We don't have any cap room, so we'll see what happens there. We're still negotiating with Dak, and that's why I say, everybody feel free to put their 2 cents in. So I'm gonna put my GM hat on, and I'm gonna try to think just logically as a GM as opposed to just a pure Cowboys fan, right? So my thing is, I love Dak Prescott. I really do. I beat the drum for Dak Prescott a lot. I thought he should have got his money last year. I can't give Dak Prescott a long-term contract after that injury. I know a lot of people think he's going to come back just fine, but part of what makes Dak wasn't as great of a thrower as he needed to be to make me feel good about the fact that you could be losing mobility. Does that make sense of what I'm saying, guys? So what makes Dak Prescott special is he's a good enough thrower. Like, I don't think anybody thinks Dak is the greatest thrower in the NFL. Like, we're not going to confuse him for Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, any of those guys, right? But he was a good enough thrower combined with he had athleticism and he was a good runner as well, right? It was a weapon that we utilized a lot. If he's not as mobile, how does that affect Dak Prescott? That's the concern. I don't see how he doesn't get the franchise tag because I don't see how you give him a 4 or 5 year deal that's going to put him over $100 million. Now, if there, I can accept a 4 or 5 year deal from Dak if there's some concessions in it, maybe not as much guaranteed money, or at least some outs after maybe a year, not a year or two, but 2 years, because there's no incentive for Dak to give you an out after a year. If they can find common ground like that, like, okay, we're going to give you the money. As long as you can produce, you'll get your money, but you got to give us an out to cover our bases because of the injury. That's maybe how I would approach negotiations. And I don't know if Dak's going to be receptive to that, because I would imagine he's not very happy with the organization with the way they've handled his contract situation. So here's the part I really want to talk to you guys about. It's one of those rare off seasons where there's a few elite quarterbacks out there that the rumor is they can be had. And the rumor swirling around the Dallas Cowboys is Russell Wilson's on the list. We're on Russell Wilson's list. I'm sorry, guys. If I can get Russell Wilson to replace Dak Prescott, I'm pulling that trigger. Now, I don't know what it would take. See, there's the rub. Is it worth? So considering what we need to fix a secondary, right? Are you gonna give up the number 10 overall pick and Dak Prescott? So now you lose out on Patrick Surtain too, right? You see what I'm saying? You see where this is going? So, yeah, we get Russell Wilson, but we got to find other means, or we got to replace, some secondary players with second, third round picks, whatever picks we got left. And then that probability of that player being elite is a lot more slim. So let me know what you guys think about that. But if and I know some Cowboys fans are going to kind of jump down my throat, if I could get Russell Wilson and dump, one of our extra contracts onto Seattle, I will pull that trigger. So, and what I mean by that is this is a make or break year for Ezekiel Elliott. He makes entirely too much money to be the running back that he is right now. If he doesn't get back to old Zeke Elliott, feed me type of running style, if he doesn't get back to that, because last year was not it. It looked like a player in significant decline. And we think a lot of it could be, due to the injury to, the offensive line. But Tony Pollard looked dynamic. And I don't think Tony Pollard is a 20-25 carry type of back. But he does make Ezekiel Elliott a little more expendable. It's not a knock on Zeke. It's just that we're in cap hell. So we get Russell Wilson. So imagine a scenario where we get Russell Wilson and we give them Dak, we give them Zeke, right? So we got rid of one of those contracts. Remember, Leighton Vander Esch's contract's coming up. What if he returns back to Pro Bowl form? You'll have that money on deck ready to sign him. But at this present time, I don't see how they sign Leighton Vander Esch, and dumping those contracts gives them an opportunity to maybe sign some other ancillary parts that will help, supplement the issues that they have on the defensive side of the ball. So I'm great with a Russell Wilson, Tony Pollard, and then maybe draft another running back. If you plug Russell Wilson in with this offensive line, if they return back healthy, and we have Tony Pollard at running back plus a rookie, and put Russell Wilson with CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, and in this scenario, we could probably re-sign Michael Gallup. I don't see how you can turn that down. So that's just my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. And again, questions, comments, put them in the comments. You can message me as well. This video, check out my other platforms depending on what platform you're watching on, because it's going to be on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Definitely hit the like, and please go to the YouTube channel and subscribe so I can get the channel out there. All right. Appreciate y'all. Peace.